So the Mexican First Division opening stage is nearing its conclusion, and by the end of this week we will know where we're going to finish in that opening stage. It's now about making sure we can pick up as many wins as possible in our remaining 5 games. And in today's episode we have got an easier game and a very tough game. We play FC Juarez, who are currently bottom of the table. They've got like 2 draws and no wins this season. They are not good at all. If we don't beat them and beat them comfortably, then it's not been a particularly good performance. Then we play Tigres at home, and they are top of the league and they are looking very good. Since you were last with me in the last episode yesterday, we had Philadelphia in the Campeones Cup and a good 4-0 win. Solbas, Layet, Raul and Delator getting on the score sheet for us. Philadelphia are not in our zone really. They're not really much of a match for us. So yeah, read as much into that as what you would like. Then we played Tigres, who are a very good team, and we lost 2-1. Very disappointing game. We went 1-0 up through Solbas, and then in the second half they scored 2 goals to get the 2-1 win, and we were at home. Very disappointing. Kind of matches the way we have been performing in recent times. Then off camera we had Tijuana and beat them 5-0. Layat with a hat-trick, Ocampo and Roas back from injury scoring in that game. And then we played Cruz Azul, who we were second, they are third in the league. We went 1-0 down through Fernando de Guiosa in the 22nd minute, and then Italo Roas equalised in the 29th minute. It was a pretty tight game, and probably a 1-1 draw was a fair result. If we have a look at the table, as you see, Tigres are top. 1 draw, 1 defeat this season. They're on 34 points. They're probably going to finish top at the end of this opening stage. It's a case of can we get closer to them and can we make sure we finish at least in second place. We are, as I say, second, 8 points behind them. Then Cruz Azul, Chivas, Monterrey and Santos Laguna make up the top 6. Pumas and Mazatian make up the top 8. And the top 8 is important because I believe after we do this, we then have a quarter-final, semi-final and final stage. If we have a look at the rules, you've got the First Division opening stage here, and the top 6, to be fair, go through to a playoff type thing. I'm not really sure what they're calling it, but they go through to something. And then 7th down to 10th have preliminary rounds. I presume they're doing like playoffs or something. And yeah, then we go through to the closing stage after that. And you have a similar sort of thing at the end of that, I'm assuming. We're going to find out as we get there because I haven't got a clue. This division confuses the living daylights out of me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, in today's episode, I say we got Juarez and Tigres. So without any further ado, let's go over to the Matchday Centre for the game against FC Juarez, where we should be winning very comfortably. And here we are. Bit of team news to bring you. Clavery, who's a very important player for us, is out injured. It's only a minor injury. He's going to be back in 2 days' time. We do play Tigres in 2 days' time. So basically, if he's available and anywhere near fit, he will be playing. So the team we go out to battle with today is Fabinho in goal, Rodriguez left back, Gallegos right back, Felix and Raul in the centre of defence, Contreras, Mendoza and Ocampo in the centre of midfield, Delator and Roas out wide with Layet up top. I was tempted to start Flores instead of Rodriguez and put Gallegos over on the left just to give Flores a bit of game time because he was originally a first choice right back, as you probably remember. But I don't want to take any risks. I just want to put out the strongest team that is available to me. So that is why we're going with this team. And we have a highlight in the 3rd minute of the game. It starts with a throw-in. Roas now in the box. Pulls it back for Mendoza. And Jonathan Mendoza with his first goal of the season. I said, I believe it was in yesterday's episode, that while Mendoza's getting an opportunity with us, he needs to show me what he can do. Because when Clavery and Ocampo are out injured, there's certainly a place to be had there because at the moment, that's probably my number 1 option for recruitment in the next main transfer window, which I presume will be the end of the season. And and Ocampo's just scored as well. They'll say about Ocampo and Clavery, about them two being my main 2 options in the centre of midfield. And Ocampo putting us 2-0 up against Juarez. I did say if we don't beat these comfortably, then it's not been a good performance. And Ocampo, very well taken shot there. If only we could take our opportunities as well when we're playing in some of the other matches. But it's been a good start. First 10 minutes, 2-0 up. Can't complain about that at all. They have the ball and have a highlight, put the ball towards the back post, but Fabinho comes out and claims it. I do like to see my goalkeeper commanding his area, as you will probably be well aware by now. And Ocampo to Mendoza now, as the highlights continuing. We go back to Felix in our defence. I thought he was going to give the ball away there, but Delator, the ball forward for Layet, and Layet has gone through and scored. It's his 15th goal of the season. There's no review from the referee. It is 3-0 in the 12th minute of the game, and this could be a cricket score. I mean, I don't think it will, because I think Football Manager, the game engine, whatever you want to put it down to, will stop that from happening. But this could be a big, big win for us. And it's probably a big, big win we could do with. Right before playing against Tigres in our next game, we could very much do with a nice, comfortable, morale-boosting victory. What I don't want to see is us conceding a goal, which we've just done. The referee's got his VAR hat on. He's going to ask VAR whether it should stand. I mean, it'd be nice if they could disallow it, and they have disallowed it. So, well done, referee. Well done, VAR. We don't need to see a highlight of the offside. We'll skip to the next highlight in the game, I suppose, which doesn't take too long. Here's Gallegos with a throw-in on the right-hand side. Rojas gives it to Mendoza to Layet, and Layet has scored again, his second of the game. I mean, he scored a hat-trick a couple of games ago. He could well get a hat-trick in this game as well. And I think we're going to skip the highlights, because otherwise we're going to be here all day long if we're going to get many more goals with all these highlights. So, yeah, I mean, you look at the shots on target, it would come across that we've not been that dominant. The XG we are much better in, and the possession we've absolutely dominated. And I'm sure if you look at the average rate, 7.50 to a 6.39, I think, or 6.38, we have easily been the better team. But they have had opportunities. But we are 4-0 up at half-time. Let's go into the dressing room. Well done for controlling possession. And we'll send him back out. Now Delator's got an injury. Oh, I don't really want injuries, I've got to be honest with you. Right, Solbas can come on for Delator. It's the only substitution we're going to... I mean, literally, that's less than a minute into the half. Right, Mendoza with the free kick, and it goes over the bar. At least we know Mendoza can take a free kick. Now, well, I mean, he can take a free kick. Whether he can score from him is another matter. But here's Mendoza now to Felix. The next highlight in the 54th minute. Contreras to Ocampo. Takes it out on the right-hand side. Pulls it back for Rojas. Little 1-2s between the two of them. Rojas tries to put the ball in the box to not much effect. We recycle possession though. Contreras gives it to Felix. To Raul. Who's he going to go to next? He's going to go to Ocampos. We're bringing it out on this right-hand side. He finds Gallegos, who gives it to Rojas. Oh, he missed the opportunity for the pass into the box there. Here's Ocampo again with the shot, and it's saved by the keeper. A very good save from the Juarez goalkeeper there. We have a corner now. In-swinger from Solbes on the left-hand side. Oof. And Raul got very close to putting that in the back of the net for what was it, 5-0. But another corner from Solbes. Raul picks up the second ball. Here's Mendoza again on the edge of the box. Contreras, Felix, Solbas goes into the box. Solbas and Ricardo Solbas has scored his 4th goal of the season. He's not been a bad little player, I have to say. Whenever he's played for us, he's done decently well. And that is 5-0 now. And I think we're going to start looking at substitutions very shortly. Mendoza with another free kick. And again, it goes over the bar. He needs to learn how to keep his free kicks down a little bit, because that's 2 he's had that we've seen. And both of them have just gone flying over the bar, quite honestly. Right, Gallegos can come off and Flores can come on. And then, who else? Well, I think we're going to bring Contreras off and bring on Gerson Lopez in his place. And then we'll give it another 10 minutes and we'll make a final 2 substitutions. But yeah, this has been a very comfortable performance. Right, who's taking this one? Is this Mendoza as well? He's in, I mean, it's an ideal free kick for a left footer, not a right footer. But Mendoza takes it. Oh, he's hit the crossbar and it's been put in from Layet. That's his hat-trick. 17 goals this season. A hat-trick for Layet. It's 6-0 against Juarez. And yeah, I mean, this game was over before it really started, to be quite honest, wasn't it? Let's make our final 2 substitutions. I hope we don't pick up an injury in the meantime. I think we'll go with Gomez can replace Layet. He's done his job up top. We don't need to keep him there any longer. And I think Albuquerque can come on for Roas as well. And let's just see the game out. I'm not worried if we score any more goals now. I mean, we've got an XG of 3.76 and we've scored 6. So we have massively outdone our XG. 67% possession as well, by the way. 92% for pass completion. This has been a very good and very dominant performance against a very rubbish team. 2 points out of 13 games this season. They have not been very good. We moved to within 5 points now of Tigres at the top of the Mexican First Division opening stage. That's how the table looks. We play them next. If we beat them, we go within 2 points of the leaders with 3 games to go. Yeah, with 3 games to go. Let's see how we get on against Tigres. So I'm well aware that you're probably pulling your hair out at my pronunciation of the team we're playing against today. So between that game and this game, I have gone on to Google and done a little bit of research. And I believe it's supposed to be pronounced Tigre. So yeah, hopefully that's right. If not, let me know in the comments how you say it. And I'll try to improve my pronunciation of it in the future. But for now, we are in the matchday centre for the game against Tigre. And we have had to make a couple of changes. We've had some injuries as well. Delator is out injured for 1 to 4 days, so he obviously misses this game. And Solbas also picked up an injury in the last game. He's out for 3 days, so obviously he misses this one as well. Liborio Preciado, who is someone that can play on the right-hand side for us, is pretty much surplus to requirements. But, you know, when you haven't got anybody, it could be quite useful to have someone. He also picked up an injury in training, so he's out for another couple of days as well. So we've not got many options now. We're down to basically our last choice left side inside forward, which is Yeimar Medina, who was bought in the summer before I arrived, or in the transfer window before I arrived. And on the bench, we've got Albuquerque, who can only play on the right or as a striker. So I did consider putting him on the right and moving Layet into this role here and then him as a striker. But then I realised Roas doesn't really play as a striker as good as what Layet does. Anyway, this is what we've gone for. So we have got Albuquerque on the bench, and in terms of striking options, we have got Gomez as well, in case I do want to move Layet to the left-hand side. So we've got Fabinho in goal, Rodriguez left back, Gallegos right back, Felix and Raul in the centre of defence. Contreras, Clavery is back from injury, and Ocampo in the midfield. Medina, Roas and Layet as our front three. So let's get into it. Like I say, this is a huge game. We've not done well against top teams for a little while. Cruz Azul was probably the best we've done lately, which was a 1-1 draw. A draw here wouldn't be the end of the world, but if we have ambitions of trying to finish top of the opening stage, then we need to beat them, quite honestly. If we lose, then it's game over. We won't be finishing top at all. Ball into the box. Ocampo has scored. 11th goal of the season from Ocampo. What a way to start the game. That's taken me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But we've got off to the best possible start. Rodriguez with the free kick. Gives it to Medina. To Clavery. What a ball from Clavery to Ocampo on the volley. Keeper did get something to it, but not enough to actually stop the ball from going in. And we lead 1-0 at home against Tigre. Can we move forward in this game? Can we get the win? That's the key thing. Because at the moment, there is only 2 points between the two teams. We've got a much, much better goal difference. Double the goal difference to them, in actual fact. Right, they have a corner now. Ball goes, oh, I think that was a great save from Fabinho, but the danger's not cleared. It's gone out for what looks like another corner. It's going to be another in-swinger, this time from the left-hand side. The last one was from the right-hand side. Ball comes in, it's headed clear. Is that going to be the end of the highlights? It goes out to a throw-in? Yes, it is. Thank you. They obviously, Tigre do pose a significant threat. And that shot on target, we have our goalkeeper, Fabinho, who's already on a 7.3. to thank for making such a good save. And if we could get to half time 1-0 up, that would be wonderful stuff. We have got a highlight, a long kick upfield. We win the first and second ball. Here's Roas now out on the right hand side. Gets past his man. Oh, he gets tackled. Oh, is it a penalty? I don't know if that will be a penalty with it being so close to the line. Usually they're given as no penalty. And it's no penalty. There you go. I did have my suspicions because of how close to the line it was. Whenever they do a review and it's close to the actual line, whether it's this line or this line or this line, whichever one, it's rarely given as a penalty. So there you go. Right, go out there and give these fans their money's worth. We can't do that. We can do it with pump fists. There we go. We do pump fists. I mean, no one's really responded to it, but at least they're all composed and ready for action. Right, Rodriguez with a throw-in now on the left-hand side. We get the ball into the box. Oh, we can't quite get it under our control, but we still have the ball though. Here's Rodriguez again on the left-hand side to Medina. He looks like he's had a fairly okay game, actually, Medina. Finds Rodriguez. Oh, and Roas. Oh, Roas. Would that have been converted if it was Delator in that position? Oh, that was so close. Right, I do feel we need a second goal. We're approaching the hour mark. We're approaching substitution o'clock. Rodriguez is looking knackered. And I don't really want to take him off because he's been very good out on this left-hand side, but he is looking very tired. Ocampo also looking tired. I think I might leave them on for this round of changes. Roas has not looked particularly good, so we'll take him off and bring Albuquerque on. And well, I don't know what changes to make. That might just be my only change actually. When we're in games like this against some of the bigger teams, I don't always make my 5 changes. I do like to keep my strongest players on the pitch if possible. Right, we have another highlight. Medina and Rodriguez playing it around on this left-hand side. Contreras gives it to Medina. He finds Claverie. He takes it out wide. Rodriguez with the ball into the box. It comes out to Gallegos. Layet. Oh, what a save from their keeper. Oh, I thought that was destined to be 2-0. Medina with a corner on his left-hand side. It's going to be an outswinger, which I don't like. I prefer the in-swingers. Rail heads it to Ocampo. He goes back now to Rodriguez, and the highlight comes to its end. Right, I'm going to make 2 more substitutions. I think we are going to take him off now. Bring on Flores and swap him and Gallegos over. Then Ocampo, I think, can come off, and we'll bring Mendoza. I mean, this is telling me to bring Terry Devlin on, but I'll go with Mendoza instead. And do I want to make any more substitutions? Layet's not having the best of games, but he's better than Ivan Gomez. So I think we'll keep it at just that for now. We are close to getting what would be a massive, massive win for us. I can't emphasise enough just how big a win in this game would be. I think we're going to drop to balanced mentality. Just so we don't want people taking unnecessary risks, basically. Right. What else? I'm going to bring Gomez on for Layet, and Felix can come off and Renan can come on for him. Final 2 substitutions. We have made all 5. Can we see this game? I mean, Tigres have only had 1 shot on target in the entire game. 5 minutes of time to be added on. Oh, we're 3 minutes into it, and they have a highlight. Please don't do this to me, Football Manager, please. Just give me this win. Don't concede a penalty. Oh, they hit the frame of the goal and it's gone out. Are we going to do it? We have. What a win that is. A 1-0 win against Tigres. Ocampo with a goal in the 6th minute. Fabinho with a 7.8 rating was very much our man of the match in this game. And that is a massive performance and a massive result. We could actually be back to the team that I thought we were. If we have a look now at the schedule, because we've got 3 games left of the season. One of them is against Atlas, who are 12th. And then we've got Leon, who are 10th, and San Luis, who are 14th. So in tomorrow's episode, we'll do the Leon and San Luis games. and then hopefully we'll have an idea of what's going on with a quarter-final draw or whatever. That may even be something we have to look forward to in Monday's episode. Who knows? Anyway, that is it. That is all she wrote for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please join me tomorrow to find out where we finish in this opening stage. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye-bye.